Welcome to the latest transfer roundup, and with the transfer window soon slamming shut, teams are fast running out of time to make additions to their squad before the start of the new Premier League campaign. We've picked out the four biggest stories for you to have a look at. Myself, Chris Rivers and Dan McCarthy are going to be picking over the bones of the top transfer stories from today, starting with the latest on Harry Maguire's future at Leicester City. Manchester United want him badly. They've supposedly had two bids around £70 million rejected by the Foxes, and Brendan Rodgers has now come out, Dan, and said that Leicester are in no rush to cash in on Maguire unless they receive a world record bid. Is Maguire worth that much money?
Well, of course he isn't, but that's just the modern market, to be perfectly honest. I mean, £80 million is what they're wanting for him. I mean, it's an absolutely astronomical fee when you consider that Virgil van Dijk went for £5 million, less than that. Van Dijk's a better player than Maguire, but the fact that Manchester United are so desperate to sign a centre-half, Leicester can pretty much try and charge whatever they want, and Manchester United's resolve will be really tested. And you know, they've not really done great business in recent years in terms of the fees they've paid for certain players and some of the wages. They might have to break the bank once again to get the man.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? As you say, Manchester United very keen to bring in a new centre-half, but might have to switch their attention elsewhere. Sticking with matters at Old Trafford, United are also pursuing a deal for Portugal international Bruno Fernandes. It's being reported that United have made a bid to Sporting Lisbon, but that the offer falls short of the £62 million release clause in Fernandes' contract. Now, he was in excellent form for Sporting last season. Fernandes scored over 30 goals in all competitions from midfield as well. He looks like he would be a quality addition, and one perhaps you would go up to £62 million for.
Yeah, when you consider that they're not really too far off meeting that release clause, and it is a release clause, so they'll be forced to sell. I mean, it is 32 goals from midfield, but it is a much weaker league, so you do have to try and take that into consideration when deciding whether to pay £62 million or not. But again, it's an area where they do need to strengthen. If they are going to let Paul Pogba leave, they've got to get a goal-scoring midfielder in to replace him.
Yeah, and Fernandes could be the man. Switching our attention across to the other side of Manchester now, and the future of Leroy Sane is once again dominating the back pages, particularly in Germany. Head coach of Bayern Munich, Niko Kovac, has said that Bayern are working very hard to try and get a deal done for Sane, who he's described as his dream player. Now, it's understood that Sane himself wants to go and that his representatives have agreed personal terms with Bayern already, but City are not playing ball. They do not want to sell Sane. He's still got 2 years left on his contract. They value him at over 100 million. That's out of Bayern's price range. This, to me, looks like it's kind of going to be at loggerheads, probably up until the transfer window shuts, maybe.
Yeah, because you mentioned 2 years left on his contract. That's getting to kind of the danger stage where Sane could be willing to kind of let his contract run down so he could force City's hand and allow him to join Bayern Munich for a cut price deal. But again, such is the market these days, Bayern have just let go of Frank Ribery and Arjen Robben. They're desperate for a winger. Yeah. They're going to have to pay top dollar for him. If I was Manchester City, I wouldn't be cashing in on him whatsoever. I know he wasn't quite as good last season as he was in the 17-18 campaign, but he's still a quality player and he's still an excellent option to have in and around the squad.
Yeah, and Pep Guardiola certainly agrees with you, Dan. He wants to keep him on. Finally, to Goodison Park then, and Everton could be about to lose Idrissa Gueye. According to the latest reports, Everton have accepted a bid of £29 million from Paris Saint-Germain. Now, don't forget, back in January, PSG tried to sign Gueye on that occasion. Everton managed to fend them off, but it looks like the deal is going to go through. And with talk that Morgan Schneiderlin and Ademola Lookman might leave as well, Everton look like they might be a bit short in midfield, Dan, going into the new season.
Potentially so. I mean, Idrissa Gueye has been one of their star players over the last few years. He constantly tops the charts in terms of tackles, in terms of interceptions. £29 million is a relative snip, really, for a player of his quality. And I think PSG are getting a really good deal if they can get him in. They have brought in Fabian Delph, but you can never really count on him too much with his injury problems. So I think there would be a few problems if Everton do let Idrissa Gueye go, because even if they keep Morgan Schneiderlin, he's a shadow of the player he once was at Southampton. So that could be quite a bad deal for Everton.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for Everton from their perspective. That's your lot for today's transfer roundup then. Don't forget to keep up to date with everything that's going on our social media feeds. And don't forget to click that subscribe button for all of our latest videos.